Maya Martinez was a young, ambitious woman with dreams as vast as the skyline of New York City. Fresh out of college with a degree in business administration, she had landed her first job at a mid-sized marketing agency, Bright Edge Media. It wasn't the glamorous world of Madison Avenue she had envisioned, but it was a start. The job paid decently, and she was determined to prove herself. But proving oneself in a corporate jungle was easier said than done. Maya quickly realized she wasn't the only one eager to climb the corporate ladder. Her colleagues, some of whom had been in the game for years, worked tirelessly, coming in early, leaving late, and often drowning in endless tasks. The office culture rewarded hard work, or rather, the appearance of hard work. Employees who stayed late were praised for their dedication, even if they were just spinning in their chairs or scrolling through spreadsheets they didn't understand. Maya wasn't afraid of hard work. She'd worked 2 part-time jobs during college while maintaining a near-perfect GPA. But something about this relentless grind felt off. She watched her colleagues, bags under their eyes, glued to their desks, and wondered, was this what success looked like? One Friday evening, after a particularly grueling week, Maya decided to stay late to finish a campaign proposal for a major client. As she was halfway through, her manager, Greg, walked by her desk. "You burning the midnight oil, Maya?" he asked with a grin. "Yes, just trying to finish this proposal," Maya replied, forcing a smile. Greg patted her shoulder. "Good. That's the kind of dedication we love to see. Keep it up and you'll go far." Maya's heart sank. She knew Greg meant well, but his words felt hollow. She didn't want to be that person, the one who worked herself to exhaustion just to gain approval. She wanted to excel, yes, but not at the cost of her health or happiness. That weekend, Maya visited her favorite cafe with a notebook and a determination to rethink her approach. She jotted down a single question at the top of the page: how can I work smarter, not harder? Maya spent hours researching productivity methods, time management strategies, and the psychology of success. She read about people who achieved extraordinary results without sacrificing their lives to endless work. She learned about concepts like the 80/20 rule, which stated that 80% of results often come from 20% of efforts. She explored productivity techniques like the Pomodoro method, task prioritization frameworks like Eisenhower's matrix, and the idea of deep work, focusing on meaningful tasks without distraction. But the most impactful lesson came from an article she stumbled upon about a man named Thomas, a project manager who had revolutionized his company's workflow, his secret: delegation and automation. "Don't be a bottleneck," Thomas had said. "If you're doing tasks that someone else could do, you're wasting time. Focus on what only you can do." Maya closed her laptop, her mind buzzing with ideas. It was time to put theory into practice. Maya began her experiment the following Monday. The first thing she did was analyze her workload. She listed every task she was responsible for in a typical week and categorized them based on their importance and how much time they required. To her surprise, she realized she was spending the majority of her time on low-value tasks, formatting reports, responding to non-urgent emails, and attending meetings that added little to her projects. She decided to tackle these inefficiencies head-on. 1. Delegation. Maya approached her team assistant, Claire, and asked if she could help with some of the administrative tasks like formatting reports. Claire was happy to assist, after all, that was part of her job. 2. Automation. Maya discovered several tools that could streamline her work. She set up email filters to prioritize important messages and used project management software to track deadlines and assign tasks efficiently. 3. Prioritization. Using Eisenhower's matrix, Maya began categorizing tasks into 4 quadrants: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither. This helped her focus on high-impact work. 4. Time blocking. Instead of multitasking, Maya blocked out chunks of time for specific tasks. From 9 to 11 a.m., she worked on creative tasks like brainstorming campaign ideas. From 2 to 3 p.m., she handled emails. This allowed her to enter a state of flow and work more efficiently. Within weeks, Maya's productivity soared. She was completing her tasks faster and with greater quality. More importantly, she wasn't as stressed. She left the office at a reasonable hour, while her colleagues burned the midnight oil. At first, her coworkers were skeptical. "How are you managing to leave so early?" one of them asked. "Aren't you worried about falling behind?" Maya just smiled. "I'm focusing on what matters," she replied. Her manager, Greg, noticed the change too. During a team meeting, he praised Maya for her exceptional work on the latest campaign. "Maya's ideas were a game changer for our client," he said. "She's a great example of how to work efficiently and deliver results." Maya beamed. She wasn't just working harder, she was working smarter. Maya's success didn't go unnoticed. Her coworkers began asking her for advice. At first she was hesitant. After all, she was still figuring things out herself. But as she shared her methods, she realized how much she enjoyed helping others improve their workflow. One day, Greg called Maya into his office. "I've been hearing great things about the way you've been managing your workload," he said. "Would you be interested in leading a workshop for the team on productivity?" Maya hesitated. She wasn't sure she was qualified to teach others. But Greg's encouragement gave her the confidence to say yes. The workshop was a hit. Maya shared her strategies, emphasizing that working smart wasn't about cutting corners, it was about focusing on what truly mattered. She encouraged her colleagues to identify their own inefficiencies and find solutions that worked for them. By the end of the session, the team's energy had shifted. They were excited to implement new methods and rethink their approach to work. Over the next year, Bright Edge Media underwent a transformation. Inspired by Maya's workshop, the entire team adopted smarter work practices. The company invested in better tools and streamlined its workflows. Employees were encouraged to prioritize meaningful work over busy work, and the culture shifted from rewarding long hours to celebrating results. Maya's own career flourished. She was promoted to project manager, a role that allowed her to implement her ideas on a larger scale. She continued to refine her methods, always looking for ways to improve. But the most rewarding part of her journey wasn't her personal success, it was the impact she had on others. Her colleagues were happier, healthier, and more productive. And Maya knew that by working smart, she had created a ripple effect that would continue to grow. Maya's story is a reminder that success isn't about how much time you spend working, it's about how effectively you use that time. Working smart means focusing on what truly matters, eliminating inefficiencies, and leveraging your strengths. In a world that glorifies hustle, it takes courage to step back and ask, "Am I working hard or am I working smart?" For Maya, the answer changed everything. And it can change everything for you too.